Hello there, I'm BobbyInBlue, and on this channel we talk about how to get the most out of your tech. Today we're talking all about the Powerbeats Pro 2, the latest wireless earbuds from Beats. The first generation Powerbeats Pro were a hit with the fitness community as well as everyday listeners. Let's go over what's new with these Powerbeats Pro 2 and if it's worth upgrading or not. Let's start with active noise canceling, or ANC, and it's exactly what it sounds like. This just allows you to cancel out the noise around you so that you can hear your music or show that you're watching even better. In 2025, noise canceling is a standard feature on most sets of wireless headphones. The noise canceling on the Powerbeats Pro 2 is really solid. In fact, it feels very similar to the noise canceling on the AirPods Pro 2. Though the more that I use it, I would say that the AirPods Pro 2 noise canceling is just a little bit better. Next is USB-C. Adding USB-C to this new generation of Powerbeats Pro is a welcomed addition. One step closer to being able to charge everything with a single cord. Next is adaptive EQ. This is where your headphones will continually scan the fit of your headphones in your ear and adapt the EQ to kind of change things and how your music sounds, so that it tries to make it sound the best no matter how they fit in your ear. This is one of those features that I didn't really notice until I kind of became aware of it and I started noticing it more and more, but it's also something that if you don't notice it, then it's probably doing a good job. Next up, they brought spatial audio with dynamic head tracking to the Powerbeats Pro 2 as well. I've used and really enjoyed this feature on my AirPods Pro 2, and it's cool to see them bring it here. And for you Apple Vision Pro users, this is the very first pair of Beats wireless headphones that has the low latency lossless audio for Vision Pro users. And so if you're watching a video or a show on your Apple Vision Pro, it just makes sure that there's very little latency between what you're seeing and what you're hearing. It's a subtle change, but it just makes watching movies or shows even better on the Apple Vision Pro. This is a feature that I've really loved using, and you can definitely tell the difference. Next up is heart rate monitoring. This is the very first pair of Beats headphones that has a heart rate monitor built into them. Especially these, they're traditionally geared towards fitness. And so it makes a lot of sense for these to have a heart rate monitor in them. And it works a lot like your Apple Watch heart rate monitor will, and it will send that information back to your phone. The optical sensors in the Powerbeats Pro check your pulse over 100 times per second. For iOS users, this works with Apple Health, Nike Run Club, Peloton, and apps like Runna. For Android users, you can check your heart rate information in the Beats app that they have for Android, as well as other compatible apps. This is one of the very first sets of headphones that has the heart rate monitor in them. And I think there's some others, but this is definitely the first one that I've played with, and it makes me wonder how good the information or the tracking actually is. Other reviews that I've seen, and even Beats themselves, says that the heart rate monitor tracking can be expected to be as good as it is in Apple Watches or other wearables. One of the most noticeable things about these new Powerbeats is the size. They are 20% smaller than the previous generation and 15% lighter. They also have redesigned ear hooks that are not only more flexible, but they're definitely more comfortable. The reduction in size and weight and just the overall way that they feel on my ears is probably my favorite feature of these new Powerbeats Pro 2. Especially for working out, I love the peace of mind that comes from knowing that those ear hooks are there to make sure that they stay in my ear. And I don't find myself, running around the track or whatever, kind of readjusting my AirPods all the time. These kind of just stay in place, and I just have good peace of mind knowing that they're going to stay on. Next is the overall sound quality. They've made some big strides with how good the sound quality is. Probably one of the best in this range of wireless headphones. And I think most of that comes from, for me, is it just feels like they have better dynamic range than previous versions. They definitely continue the Beats tradition of flexing on the low end. And if I had to compare these to other headphones in this range, these might take the top spot. Next, they've also updated the mics so that they sound a lot better as well. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if they just kind of took the same mic system that's in the AirPods Pro 2 and brought them over to these new Powerbeats Pro 2. The sound is clear and crisp, and definitely what you would expect from a $250 pair of headphones in 2025. But honestly, what good are all those features if the battery life isn't good? But that's not the case here. The battery life seems to be really solid, with most of the tests showing up to about 10 hours per charge. And then there's an additional 45 hours of battery life that comes from the case. If you were to use your headphones for somewhere around 2 hours a day or something close to that, that means that you would only have to charge your headphones like once a month. Next up, the case. The case is a lot smaller now. It's not only smaller, but it's lighter as well. It's still bigger than the AirPods Pro 2 case. The case does add wireless charging to these new Powerbeats Pro 2, but it doesn't add any kind of MagSafe or magnets to the case, and so it's best to use it with a wireless charger that just lays flat. Another thing that's great about this case is it has quick charging for the earbuds. So if your earbuds are out of the case and they die for whatever reason, you can stick them back into the case to charge them. And somewhere around 5 to 10 minutes of charge gives you over an hour of use. One thing that I found difficult with the case is that if you have larger hands like me, it can be a little bit hard to get the headphones out of the case. I found that reaching up to the top near the ear hooks like this is the easiest way for me to get them out. Here's what's in the box on the Powerbeats Pro 2. You get the Powerbeats Pro 2 earbuds, you get the charging case, and you get 4 different sizes of ear tips, so you're way more likely to find a size that fits just right for your ears. There's some paperwork, a quick start guide, one that's about Apple Care Plus, one that's about a free trial of Apple Music, and interestingly enough, there's a Beats sticker. One thing that's oddly missing from the box is a USB-C cable, though I guess there's a little bit of precedence for this because you're likely using these headphones with a device like a phone or a tablet that came with a USB-C cable. And they did add wireless charging to the case. The Powerbeats Pro headphones come in black, this kind of off-white color, purple, and orange. Sadly for me, there's not a blue option. I'm just saying, it'd be nice if there was a blue color. So the big question is if you have the first gen, should you upgrade? Most of the time this question's a little more loaded because we're looking at, year over year upgrades or once every 2 year upgrades. But it's been a long time since the first generation Powerbeats came out. So I would say upgrade if you're interested in the noise cancellation, the overall lighter and smaller footprint of the headphones, the improved design or better battery life, or if you just really want that bump in sound quality. For me and many others, these are gonna be the new top headphones in this range, especially for fitness or really active users. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm still just a tiny bit chapped that they don't offer a blue option. Come on Beats, first the Beats Pill and now these. We need more blue. If you want to learn more about the new Beats Pill speaker, click here, and YouTube thinks that you'll like this option here. Thanks for watching. I'm BobbyInBlue. Follow for more on how to get the most out of your tech. We'll see you in the next one.